Listen to this. Do you hear it? This is the sound of summer slipping away. Soon the weather in Beijing will become pleasantly chilly before turning bitterly cold. And I thought, I don't know, I should be making the most of the outdoors before it's too late. Which brings me to today's video. I thought we could do some hutong exploration, but not just any hutongs. Hutongs with specific characteristics that make them stand out. The narrowest, the shortest, the widest, and the longest. I can't really see the end of this hutong. Let's go. So the hutongs are these traditional alleyways that are very characteristic of Beijing. They began to appear in the 13th century during the Yuan dynasty when Beijing became the capital of China for the very first time. A lot of people came in, they built houses, the lanes between the houses came to be known as hutongs. And this grid of crisscrossing, zigzagging, serpentine paths shrank in modern times because Beijing began to modernize, urbanize, develop. And so many of these hutongs were demolished. Some of them were given a facelift and commercialized, but some of them still retain their residential character and original architecture. But no matter what, the hutongs remain an attraction because they offer a glimpse into the past of Beijing, or at the very least, just a different version of this super modern city. This is Tianmen Dajie, and it is south of the Forbidden City. Somewhere here is the first hutong that I'm visiting. I still need to check out the map, but we all know how my relationship with maps is.
Flashback.
So I got lost. Apparently it was the wrong road. Why is my map playing tricks on me?
End of flashback.
This is the way, Dashalar, which is an old commercial street. Gotta keep your mask on. I am trying to find this hutong, which is Qianshi Hutong, but the map is not showing me any results. I read somewhere that it's somewhere here and that it's towards the end of this street, which is called Dashalar. And so I'm just gonna keep my eyes out for this hutong. But how hard is it to find it? 前世胡同你知道是怎么走吗？不知道。前世胡同你知道怎么走吗？是对面啊，好。I found a map on the street that I think might be able to help me locate my hutong. No. No, no, no. None of these. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Woohoo! Okay, 前世胡同, but how do we get to it?
2 hours later.
I need to retrace all my steps and then go left after I exit the street again. Where is it? I think I might have gone too far. We missed it. Oh, here it is, here it is. Look at it. 前世胡同. This is the narrowest hutong in Beijing. At its widest, it is 80 centimeters. At its narrowest, it is 40 centimeter. It was the official monetary trading area in the Qing dynasty, and then it was renovated to banking firms in the Republic of China. This is just insane. Like, they say that two people cannot walk together. And yeah, if I open both arms, you could tell that it just won't happen. This is an incredible, incredible place. As for the reason why it is so narrow, my lordy lord. There are two theories. The first one was that it was created in its original layout like this because of so much money flowing in here, and so to prevent theft. And the second theory is that it was actually a normal size, and then these financial institutions here began to grow big and big and big, and they sort of absorb the space around them up to a point where it is literally this big. And now onto our second destination. Do I go that way? Or do I go this way? We'll go this way and see where that leads us. 你好。
你好，你好，直播呢吗？
没有，我就拍摄。
哦，那这边胡同太复杂了。
对，因为现在要找到一车胡同，不知道。
百度地图上没有吗？
没有啊。
我看看。哦，这叫尺。
对，我扔掉垃圾。
没事，一尺胡同。
对。
哦，应该是不是改名了？
哦，是一车大街啊。
往那边走。
啊，好的，谢谢你。
啊，没事。
拜拜，再见。Look how far the lanes go. It is truly a maze. Look at this. This is the shortest hutong in Beijing, Yiche Dajie. This is only 25 meters long, and there has never been a shorter hutong in the history of hutongs in Beijing, and yet it calls itself Dajie, which means big street. It literally starts from here all the way to the intersection. Let's see how long it will take me to cross it. Almost 18 seconds. And so this street, its first mention was in 1931. And at the time, it was said that there were 6 shops, 3 of which were involved in the engraving or inscription industry. And the 3 others were a bar, a barber shop, and a blacksmith shop. Okay, we're back to big buildings right now. And here is our third hutong, Lingjing Hutong, which is the widest hutong in Beijing, 32.18 meters at its widest. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't this street a little bit too wide to be a hutong? You're absolutely right. In fact, in Beijing previously, there used to be standards to classify the roads based on their width. 36 meters would be a dajie or street, 18 meters would be a xiaojie or side street, and 9 meters or less would be a hutong. Lingjing Hutong used to be 3 meters before it underwent expansion in the 1980s and 1990s. Lingjing Hutong has an imperial history. Its creation is tied with the name Yongle or Zhudi, who is the 3rd emperor in the Ming dynasty, and the man credited with bringing the capital back from Nanjing in the south to Beijing in the north, and for building the Forbidden City. So Zhudi was sick in 1417, and one night he had a dream, and 2 immortal beings visited him in the dream, gave him a magical pill, which he took, and he was cured in the dream. He woke up and he was cured in real life. And in honor of these figures, he decided to build a Taoist temple right here, which he called the Lingji Palace. Now, it's Lingji and not Lingjin. Why? Because sometime around the Qing dynasty, either because of the Beijing accent or on purpose, Lingji turned into Lingqing and then to Lingjing. And so in 1949, when this hutong was named, Lingjing was adopted. We have arrived to Dongjiao Mingxiang, and this is the longest hutong in Beijing with 1.5 kilometer in length. There's quite a bit of Western architecture right here, and that's because during the Qing dynasty, this street used to be called the Embassy Street. In the 1900s, foreign countries established representatives and diplomatic missions right here on the street. The French, the Americans, the Russians, the Germans, the Italians, the Austrians, the Dutch, etc., etc. And this street became part of what was called the Legation Quarter, which was the hub for the foreign community. This is the French post office right here. And this is St. Michael's Church, Gothic style, built in 1904. And of course, the newlyweds are taking pictures right outside the China Court Museum, because where else would you take pictures? But it wasn't until 1959 that all the embassies were moved from here to Sanlitun in Chaoyang district. Still, the buildings remain standing, telling stories of Beijing's past. What a grand ending. That's it, I'm shutting it down. Did you really think I was gonna go without saying 再见? This was a very fun day. We've been to places, we've learned things, we've seen things. We have exercised in short sleeves because winter is not here yet, but it's coming. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, let me know in the comments section. I will see you next time. 再见. Don't forget to subscribe.